Good morning. It's a new episode of the podcast. This idea is a drone with lights that follow you. So I started thinking, what can we do with drones? Let's imagine they can fly and have good battery. Well, you know what? It would be cool if there's drones with flashlights, and that's all they do, just flashlights, and they follow you around. You have like four of them or six. They follow you around in different distances. Some of them go to the front, others to the side, others to the back, right? A little farther away. And wherever you walk, they're shining light at the floor, at a distance. And this would be great for open fields like farmers that want to keep working at night, security guards at night. Um, what else? Mm, just that, just that. And then let's just advance that technology a little more. Make the drone actually just follow anything that moves um, with the power of AI. And so if you're out there, your drone might just take off randomly and then go flashlight an animal or a person or a monster. Now that would be pretty cool. What else could we do with drones? Well, we could put a speaker on them and just fly them around to advertise stuff like China does already. They fly their little drone and the government drone to tell you government laws. You know what else? You could also give it a speaker and give it to the police. So it can be like the movies where they throw a big old speaker and say, "Hey, give up. We got you surrounded." But it's like the drone is right there by the window speaking to you. And then you can grab the drone and pull out like a phone from the 90s with a cord attached. And then you can talk to the police like that way too. Now that would be advanced technology. What else could we do with drones? Well, we could put wheels on them, put tires, and put a V6 motor in it, and put some gas on it. And what could you do with that? You could make it a car, RC remote controller that can fly. I had the nastiest cough. I had to pause that video. But yeah, drone technology. So there's lights, communication. How about Wi-Fi and Bluetooth? Or Starlink? How about a drone that you can put in the wild that it has a cable attached to it, that the cable attaches to a antenna or a signal giver, and that's attached to your phone. And so what you do is if you're in the middle of the jungle or wherever it is, I don't know, forest, not so thick, so you can fly away. You find a little open space for the trees. You throw this drone, you make it fly high, and in an emergency, it can get just signal for your phone because it can get out of all the trees and get into the open space. It can get better signal. You know, that's pretty cool and pretty useful. And I had to say this, but I was thinking, what is the dumbest upgrade I can give something that doesn't need it? And I thought about the perfect one while driving here. So, there's this big old concrete just barrier in the highway because there's construction, right? This barrier is all the way. Every highway in the United States has these concrete barriers, just bunch of long rectangles. And I was thinking, how could I make that into a useless upgrade? Well, give those long triangles of concrete some Wi-Fi. And then you can connect your phone and charge it. How about that? That is the dumbest thing that you could do with them. Just because nobody would be using them whatsoever. Um, a little more useful is if you put some sun panel all along the concrete slab. That'd be gathering energy. You know what? That's actually pretty darn smart. Put um solar panels on the side of highways. on the outside of the highways would be better because that's where people drive a little slower and not crash as much. Because if you put solar panels inside the highway, although that's pretty ingenious, cars are gonna crash into them eventually. And that's a lot of maintenance. Probably it cost much more. So put them outside the highway walls, on those concrete slabs that I was talking about. Boom! A $250 idea right there. Don't you love it just when you turn into this podcast? All these free ideas I'm giving you where you can get out of poverty. You could get out of poverty with these ideas. You could. You just gotta make them happen. But if you're running a sci-fi movie, do that. Put a bunch of um solar panels on the highway walls. You know what else would be a useless thing? A house, apartment, solar panels on the walls. Boom! Just get that house rigged up with solar all around. Who cares about uh building stability and sinking slabs and weight distribution? Just slap some solar panel. You know what it would be even better than solar panels? Solar panel jelly. It's a jar of like peanut butter, but instead of that, it's just solar panel technology in there. Just solar panel. You just grab that with a knife, the same way you do a PJ sandwich, and just spread that solar panel on your wall. Why do we not have that? Let's think about it. Let's talk about it. All right. I bet you could make solar panel into like gel form, and then you just hook up a little copper wire in there, and you put the other copper wire into your phone. Boom. Well, into a battery. Right? Because that's how electricity works. That's how electricity works for cartoons, by the way. You just put cables together and boom, you're done. Okay, so what else? What else? I'm just looking over here. I have a little clone of myself. You ever see a car that looks just like yours in traffic? Your little twin? It's interesting how that feels weird. It's like, ooh, dude, two people thought alike. Two people in the world just bought the same car. But I'm talking about same color, same model, even the same augmentation that this one has, like a rack for stuff. Talking about that best car I've ever purchased. This car has this ingenious thing at the top where you put luggage. And I never use it for that purpose ever, and I will never. Because I just don't think I'm like that, but maybe someday. But it looks like a cop. It looks like the towers of a cop. Now, here's the thing that I've realized. My car looks like a cop from the distance. It's pitch black SUV with the towers at the top, right? So when I ride my sedan, my little my little actual looking car thing, everybody drives wild in here. Everybody drives like, that's probably actually when I think about it, every single time I talk in my podcast about people just getting their license from a cereal box, that's the car I'm driving when I'm giving you those comments. Just everybody runs wild, right? And then I drive this SUV, and all of a sudden, everybody around me becomes the perfect star citizen. Now that is amazing. That's stolen valor right there, but legal. And yeah, it's a great car for my wife. Keep her safe. One time I wanted to be a cop just so I could uh just so I could have everybody around me drive good. That's what it takes. I bet cops everywhere they go in their cop car are like, man, why everybody driving so good around here? I didn't know this city was like that. and then they go to their personal car on the weekends, just go buy a deodorant or something at HEB, and boom, they're like, "Whoa, guys, y'all lucky I'm not working right now because I'll be pulling y'all over." I bet you. You know what? I wonder what being a cop is like. You gotta really enjoy some part of it. You gotta really enjoy it. Because I've been a teacher and I've dealt with the rude kids. And man, I feel like it's just the same being a cop. You gotta deal with the rude kids. You gotta, try your best to keep them straight, but then you just can't. They just keep digging themselves into a hole. I was even thinking, um, like with somebody, I heard this. They said if you love customer service, become a salesman. Or yeah, I don't know about the first one. Just saying it. Just do that. And if you think the customer is always wrong, become a policeman. Yeah, you know that phrase. If the customer's always right, then get a job in Planet K or Kmart or something, Walmart salesman. But if you think the customer is always wrong, just become a cop. And that right there is incredible. You know, that right there is probably gonna hire 100,000 cops right at this very moment that are listening to this podcast. Right this very moment. If you hate customer service, you think they're always wrong no matter what, become a cop right now. Arrest them. Arrest them. And I thought about it. Imagine you find an individual that is just obnoxious like the YouTube videos, right? Like bad, bad. Well, if you pull him over and decide to arrest him, you still gotta take him with you. Now you have a 30-minute drive with them in the back. Enjoy that. And then, not only that, you gotta get him down and then get him to the office and, get their fingerprints and whatever. Do some desk work just for the one person just to be there with their attitude. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know how to handle that. And then, in the rare cases that somebody shits themselves or vomits all over because you pull a drunk driver, they're in your car and you gotta smell that. So my condolences go to the cops out there. Y'all do some unthanked work out there right now. This society ain't getting any prettier. I'm talking about the culture in these citizens right here. It's hitting different. It's given disrespectful. I'm not sure if it's gonna improve. That social media has done everything to be unsocial. Everything should be called chaotic media or rampage media or something that tells you that to stay out of it. You know how cigarettes, everybody knows cigarettes kill you for a while, and then they were forced to put those ugly pictures in there and tell you that it causes cancer. And it's like, well, that's obvious. Everybody knows that, so why do I have to put it in the box? And then they're forced to put it in the box anyways, just to make it at least less pleasing to the first trier. If anybody would have tried it for the first time because they were curious and then they see those pictures, they might be like, I know it does, but And then while they're smoking and they look in that picture, they remember that picture like, well, I don't know about that. I don't know. Yeah, it was good. It was excellent. I loved it, but oh my, I don't know about that picture. Well, I mean, maybe that's the thought. I don't know if it works, but it looks like it works. So my idea is do the same thing with social media. Same thing. You have the Facebook, right? And then you just put a picture of something in the app. Or as soon as you open it, it's a commercial for like 1 second that says, this app will cause you to protest. I don't know. That infringed the First Amendment. But you know what I mean? This app, as soon as you open, it's like a depressed person looking in the mirror, and not being happy with themselves because they're not pretty enough, right? That's what it should be. Just a picture, and you X out every single time you open that app. But every time you open it, it appears. It's like this is you on social media. Being on social media, the longer you are here, the longer risk you run into feeling bad about your self image. Boom, put that in there. Boom, I just solved social media addiction, mister. Yeah, you heard it here first, folks, in the Free Idea podcast. Oh man, do I love this thing. It's great for society. Great, I say. Okay, coming back to the ideas. I thought about one right now. Looking at a Texas Med Clinic. It's just very close, right? All right, here's an idea. It's close, but I need urgent care. Put a med kit outside. Oh, in fact, mm, put a, what do you call those? Vending machines. Put one, and then stock it up with the most random things like band-aids, Tylenols, ibuprofen, anything like that, because people need stuff. And sometimes they don't want to go to a gas station for it, or Walmart is closed because now it closes at 8 and 11. Like, oh, fuck. Get out of here. Where's my 24/7 American driven economy? So just put a vending machine, man. Put that outside emergency cares. Hmm. That'll be great. Then everybody knows to go to your closest emergency care for a vending machine. Just saying. Just saying. Also, what happened to vending machines outside of businesses? I don't see that no more. Like, wouldn't it be nice to have a vending machine next to the Chili's or to the dentist? Like, what if every business had a vending machine? That's an incredible idea right there for a book or just for pictures for AI. Um, this is you on steroids type of thing. Just how in AI they always put like, if restaurants were animals, what animal would you be? And then they go McDonald's, and then they make them all muscular and towering like a giant walking in down the streets. Um, like Chick-fil-A is like a cow, strong and beefy. So do the same with AI, but for vending machines. What would Chuck E. Cheese vending machine look like outside the store? Type on AI. What would so and so Ross vending machine look like? That'd be fun. I wonder what it would come up with. What else? Like, what's a dentist vending machine? A Verizon vending machine would probably have charging cables, right? And then cases and screen protectors. And the best part is when it drops the screen protector and it does not crack, you're like, yeah, that's what I wanted. That's perfect marketing right there. In fact, make that a commercial right now, Verizon. Any phone company out there? There's a vending machine with a phone case or a screen protector. And when the person orders it, it drops down. It gets stuck or whatever. I don't know. You bang the machine. And when you take it out, it's completely spotless. Ooh, that'd be nice advertising for your screen protector. Their brand and their brand. Uh, that'd be great. Make it happen for a trillionis monies. Um, Here's something for a silver coin. Dairy Queen vending machine. Okay, I'm gonna stop. What's Ooh, you know what? A vending machine for Holt Cat, the construction machine company. You know what I would put in there? I would put little toys. I would put little cranes and little construction trucks. And then you can only get those construction trucks from that vending machine from that place. Boy, would that drive a lot of people there just to buy those little toys. And they might just buy a tractor. They might just buy an excavator while they're there. Because why not? We have money right now. America is the richest it's ever been. If you ever go to the grocery store, bacon is like $8 and eggs is like 5. and milk is like 5, and then like a slice of pizza is like 6. You know, like we got money today in 2025. We are rolling in dough. Like you go to any McDonald's and fast food and everything is like $15 a meal. We rolling in some serious cash flow. That's what's going on. So buying an excavator machine right now makes total sense. Very much financial sense. You never know. You never know, and you will never know. And yeah, well, this has been fun. It's been fun. I might have to cut it short this time, and only this one time, because I have a limit. I have a limit, Mister, on my AI capabilities. And I'm gonna figure out how to make it limitless, so we can have free ideas forever and ever. I'm gonna tell you this right now. These free ideas costing me right now, and my limit is being reached. So I need to stop. Oh, are those two cops just there behind a store with the light? Ooh, look at them. They had like a motorcycle or something that is flashing and just chilling, talking together. But you know what? I still got you for one more minute. And so, what would the HEV Texas drive-through barbecue vending machine would look like, or the IHOP vending machine? Yeah, you could get some syrup and some miniature pancakes. What about a shooting range vending machine? Oh, that now that's you could get a shotgun, you could get some shells, you could get some limited edition shells, like golden bullets. And just make it silly. Don't put in that machine the same thing you can find inside the store. Make it silly, make it fun, make it uh unique in the way that you can only purchase those items in that machine. Right? um yeah, just for the fun of it. Like a taco stand. You're not gonna put a taco vending machine outside the store, but you might put some salsas, something that you can try out while you're there. You can put even the hottest chip in there, like the chip challenge. Just put one. All right, folks, it's done. It's been fun. I enjoyed it. I'd love to do some more. And you know what? That's the spirit, because there's always more coming. Thank you.